what is a string anagram, what are anagrams of a string. Then we would discuss example of string anagrams, and then we would write a function to check if two strings are anagram or not. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, what is anagram of a string? So basically, according to Wikipedia definition, an anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word. So basically, if we dive into the example, suppose we take a string, say listen, and we rearrange the terms to make it silent, then all the terms, that is SILENT and LISTEN. So just the words are rearranged, but the characters remain the same. The number of frequency of characters also remains the same. So now if we take another example, triangle, and we could rearrange it to integral, or take race, we can rearrange it to care. So all these are anagrams. So basically a string like listen to sound, this would not be an anagram, or even listen would not be an anagram because the frequency of I increases in here. Okay, so let's work on creating a function to check whether two strings are anagram or not. So we first include all the standard C++ library files. Then we use using namespace standard. Then we do int main. Then we use string s1. Take the input of the string from user string. Then we declare string s2. Then we take the input of string s2 from the user. And now we would be creating a function named check. So we call that function, and we will be passing two parameters, that is s1 and s2 entered by the user, and in end we do return 0 to exit the code. Now we create a function f which would have void data type and check. So now we pass in the parameters string s1 and string s2, and now we declare a variable int n1 which would store the length of string s1, and a variable n2 which would store the length of string s2. And now if n1 is not equal to n2, means the string length of s1 and s2 are not equal, then obviously it is not an anagram string. So that is what we would be doing here. So if n1 is not equal to n2, we see out not an anagram string. We just put in indel and close it. Now we put an else statement wherein we would first of all sort s1 from the beginning, put an iterator at the beginning and one at the end, and sort the entire string. Then similar to s2, put two iterators and sort it. And now As the arrays are sorted, for now we iterate over the strings for I equal to 0 to I less than either n1 or n2. We can take any one of them, and I plus plus. Okay. Now, if at any point of time S1I is not equal to S2I, means elements of string 1 and 2 do not match. So basically, by sorting, what are we doing? We are counting the characters. So basically, all the characters will together get compiled, and both in sorted order would be arranged lexicographically. So if they match, then we would then it would be anagram strings, and if they do not, they would be they would not be anagram strings. So no, if the characters do not match, we output not an anagram string, and we put an endl. Okay, and if we exit this loop, then obviously all the characters have matched, and we would output it is an anagram string. Okay, now we do endl, and that's all. Now let's just compile our code. Okay, now let's just input a string, say listen, as the string s1, and silent as the string s2. It is an anagram string. Now let's take another example, say race, and we do race c, then it is not an anagram string. Okay, so that's what anagram strings were, and we have created this void check function to check whether two strings are anagram or not. That's all, guys. So I hope you got some knowledge about anagram strings, you understood the examples, and you would now be able to code this function by yourself. Thank you.